slippery, and you know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams and the locker rooms before taking the field, and these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
Takes the handoff. It's Harris. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Notre Dame! Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be quick and early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, fellas, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Ole Miss came through with a lunch pail, hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won, and the fact this wasn't ever really in question. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Off play action. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Maryland! And once he got loose, it was all over. It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. When you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Now, last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. And they top it off by going up top, 81 yards on the touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here come the Irish, back on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead and around the outside.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He'll try to do it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He lets it fly. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one. No.
How are you going to tell someone quit looking at you when all you do is have someone look at you all day on the phone?
Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
They'll throw it on first down. Quick completion on the out route. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the defender, and that's why that play is successful.
This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. He'll come out throwing on first down. Makes the catch. It's Meadows. And they're able to force him out of bounds.
Hey, you going to give me some too?
Went on that outbreaking route.
Why not?
It's designed for the receiver to make the catch before falling out of bounds. Nice timing and anticipation by the quarterback on that throw.
Wants to throw on second down. Got his man on the right. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that first down.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And this one splits the uprights.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's going to pass. Getting some heat. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. At the end of the second quarter, that means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas there in the shadows of Touchdown Jesus.
You're calling me, we can just say that.
No.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How did you scoop this?
Put hot water on it first.
I can't scoop it. Yeah. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Knocked down for the tackle. The Terrapins moving quickly to the line. He'll keep it himself. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down. And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think defense, maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Quarterbacks like this are what makes college football so special today. It seems like we see these unbelievably athletic quarterbacks all across the country, week in and week out, making plays like this. Guys that are true dual threats, that can hurt you not only throwing it, but can hurt you running it as well.
Now he's looking to throw it. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
The defense going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that is how you get it done. 3rd down, it's the money down, right? We got to be in our best.
Down.
How about the monster sack on 3rd down?
Go. Get on.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Miami opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. He now has 80 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Now on 1st down from the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. At the 45 on its way. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. Gonna run it. It's Harris. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest and pound that rock.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Give to the running back. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the 1st down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down. Here on 2nd down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Irish!
Man, oh man, what a day. His third touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And adding those stats, and all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. So it's an 80-yard drive. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points. Great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
They'll run play action. They're trying to get to it. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep him there. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. With the catch, it's done. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Terrapins will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. Oh, what a caught! That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
Oh, look out! He's at the 10. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1, 2, 3 kick.
So last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Dumps it to the back. It's complete on the right side. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. The Terrapins want to move quickly.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Grabbed over the middle. It's Meadows. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. And the Terrapins will line it up on 1st and 10.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
It's 1st down from the 11. He'll pull it on the read. And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2.
Well, good decision there by the QB. A little zone read action. He reads the defensive end, crashing down, keeps it himself. It's a nice chunk of yards.
And when you do that, you just sort of get the drive going or keep it going, as the case may be.
It's amazing in college football now how big.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins!
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy catch.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here come the Irish back on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you...
Nothing but green ahead. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive, too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
You've got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the 4th quarter and it's a 1-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra 1st downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
Open space at the 25. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Notre Dame! The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Arkansas is currently ahead in this one, but boy, there have to be some nervous moments for the folks in Fayetteville. They have not been able to pull away. They're up by 4 over Alabama. They'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. This drive will open from the 15. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Terrapins want to crank the tempo. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires the pass, intercepted. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Irish! That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Let's see if they play it conservatively and try to get some of the yardage back on 2nd and long from the 13. Snags it over the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Slings it downfield. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And thank goodness that was just a deflection, because this young man, we've seen him make big play after big play. He's the best in the nation at intercepting the football. So be wary when you throw that way. That might be a no-fly zone.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Finds his man enough for the first. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, but because of that, he gives up the first down. He can just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Looking to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Going up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Meadows. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Going for 6. Got it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. And the Terrapins will hustle to the line. They want to throw it. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game. Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, in the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep your foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop him.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Off the play fake. They're bringing heat. Gets it out quickly. He's there to make the stop, and the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses they just boom in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on the show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.